Hello everyone, I am Val and welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to see you here, and today we will be doing and reviewing and all of that stuff with Box of Dreams by Karla Cosmetics. These are the 4 items from the box. I will show everything. I will give you some ideas of how to wear different things. We will create few looks including this one, and after that I will tell you everything about the pricing and about the other things, all of information about this box, where to find it, how to proceed, and etc. And right now, not more time to waste. Let's get into the main part of this video. I already did my base. Today it's just a concealer and nothing really else. And I did a bit of contour, so I'm not that flat. Anyway, I'm going to start with a look that is graphic. I'm very limited because my eyes are deep set and yeah, partly hooded basically. So I'm only having like a bit of space available where I can work on something. And our Karla Cosmetics Velvet Dreams and Shadow Potion Paint is what I'm going to use today. I also want to use the Opal Moonstone. Of course, it has to be used somehow. So I have an idea of this graphic and that it's not as scary to draw on the eye. On my eyelids I'm only wearing Tarte Shape Tape in 20B. This is exactly what fits me. It's quite light, but you can see that it matches my skin tone pretty nicely. I don't know if I'm in focus from time to time, I'm really sorry about that. What I do with the graphic and how I approach this. Basically, this is a nail art brush. It's not too long, but I still have some flex in it, and I'm not digging into anywhere. I'm just using the wand. In this case, I would probably need a mirror. I'm going to use a mirror here. And my idea is actually to have the graphic a liner. I'm going to start with a liner, just lining my eyes. This Shadow Potion Paint is self-setting, but maybe on concealer sometimes it's not really gonna work. On the open eyes, I'm continuing the line of my lower lash, and then all I need is to connect them together. Paint is creamy, but you need to get used to it kind of, and sometimes last time I used it, it actually did not set fully on the eyes and I could smudge it. You need to be careful about that. I'm drawing what I typically wear with a bit of inner corner. From here I actually want to go into the crease. All I have to work with is actually crease. So I will start somewhere here and go way above the crease to create the second line. You can adjust it however you want, but this paint is really easy to draw with. The biggest problem is to make it symmetrical. Something like that. Let me do the other eye outside of camera. Let me show you this. If you make mistakes, so for example here I have a bit too much, you can use these little sticks. Those are the brushes for eyelashes. I found them on Amazon, and you can just wipe. This also can help with cleaning up. You use concealer with this and you just slightly wipe with it and everything is back to normal. So here I have a bit of a tint, so I'm removing a bit of black on my palm, dipping it into the concealer. And I'm just gonna go by the line. This is an easy cleanup. This can help with cleaning up your liners and all the other things that you can think of. But it does require a steady hand. This is more or less symmetrical, at least for my liking. It's not perfect, but nobody's perfect. So these are all different length, but the same width of brushes. They're all for nail art. The opposite side has balls, so you can do the dots. It's very comfortable to use. And it's something that I can also recommend for this kind of graphics in general. So now when my liner is done, we can start applying eyeshadow or multichromes. So you can use the Opal Velvet Dreams as a single shade for something. You can use them as a swipe. You can use them as a mix. So in my case, I really like to use them as separate colors, little by little. So it's very fitting to the current June theme. The downside is that you also need very small brushes, most likely. I'm gonna be using the same little brushes that look like this. And this is already used multichrome that I have. So last time I've started with purple. Now I want want to start with red, kind of. So I'm just grabbing a bit of the color and applying it to this line I've created. And you start to see the redness. So for each, I'm gonna use a separate thing. You don't have to do this way. I just find it easier. This last one was chunky. The rest can be blended away or removed. I just like to clean up a bit, leaving this as a rainbow shine. Very subtle look, but I think it's really effective. You can also do the wing with that. I will leave the wing as is, and I just need to repeat that on the other eye. One moment. Into the waterline I've added Kaleidos Sea Sparkle. It matches my eye color. I really love this pencil. And my blush today is It Girl Yummy Skin by Danessa Marek. This will be the first really subtle look and the first idea, kind of. I'm sure that there are lots of people who don't really want to wear like right in your face everything, but this looks so pretty, and it's like very subtle line that you can draw, and you can do this with your eyeliner itself without drawing this additional line, and I think it would look amazing because of how bright and beautiful this whole thing is. And in the next look we will try something different on the not a black base and maybe mixed together so that you can see it better. And I will also try to include the macro shots of this so you have a better understanding of things. But yeah, that's the first thing. And I also want to show how it looks in real life on my phone. So let's have a look at the phone footage. This is the footage from my phone, but look how it just plays. And I think this is incredible. I really like this Velvet Dreams multichrome, and yeah, subtle ideas are actually one of the best that I can wear every day rather than something bold, absolutely bold. And this is to try to show it a bit closer. Oh, just like on camera, it basically goes into all colors. I definitely need to buy more Tarte Shape Tape. Okay, so now this look is going to be still very bold. Compared to previous one, of course, it will be much more bold. And I already showed in the shorts how it looks in sections, and I already showed how it looks in sections with a tiny piece. So now we're gonna do the mixed version and on a black base. And after that, I think I will be able to show it on an empty base. Maybe we will do some cut crease with some, I don't know, beige color, gray color, something very neutral, because rainbows probably better with neutrals as a frame. But right now, going back to that, I'm gonna apply a bit of the black. So I'm still not gonna dip onto my skin. I'm just gonna go with the brush. So here the black base is very stretchy, as you can see. And I need some other brush to actually spread it out and that it's a bit more dense. It sets pretty quickly. I still have concealer on my eyelids, and I also get, because of the deep set eyes, I'm getting into these parts very easily, so I have to clean them up. So swiped and blend as much as you can while it's still not fully set. Like, cleaning up is relatively easy, especially if you did not set your concealer or anything. See, this one is already kind of done, almost. But I need it to work. Always messy at the first. Nothing I can do with that. I believe in cleaning up instead of... Yeah, sometimes you cannot be accurate. It just doesn't work. So in this case, it doesn't work for me. But that's already not bad. And the same story here. That looks good, in my opinion. This base is slightly tacky until it's set. I'm gonna use the same brush, big enough to swipe all over. But the problem is in a bit of dirt, but it's okay. So I'm gonna go over all of them and then just start tapping, so that it's like rainbow sparkles, but nothing too right in your face. Like, you cannot separate one color from the others, and it's just all the rainbow things. So there is a lot of yellow, there is a lot of blue colors, and smoky eye is definitely one of the ideas for this look. I mean, for using the Velvet Dreams. And into the inner corner, I really want to add the Krazy cat. I'm cleaning up slightly whatever I can. My concealer is still not set. That's really helping. And let's open this baby. Krazy cat is one of two blue pigments that I really wanted. The other one is Insomnia. I'm still looking at it, and I will probably buy it in July or something like that. My budget for a month is not that big. It's usually limited. So pigments looking like this. Usually you already have quite enough in the lid, so you can just take a brush. I need a small dense brush, kind of, and you can pick up a bit of color and apply it where you want. Ooh, yes. I think now I will do the blue, something in the blue outline, in the waterline I mean. Let me just find it. I've used Neewer Cosmetics Supernova Multichrome Gel Liner in the shade Buzz, and it looks almost exactly like Krazy Cat with a few differences. So it goes into the purple, and this one is a bit different purple. But pigments, the thing is, the pigments are usually coming from approximately the same place, and most likely you will find the dupes of specific pigments in different brands, and some are just better quality, some are worse quality, so you have to figure it out and experiment a bit. But if you don't want to experiment, you need to go with somebody, some brand that you actually trust. Like in this case for me, Karla Cosmetics or Neewer Cosmetics are pretty good, and I'm pretty happy. Let me finish up the face and I will be back. That is my second look. I did a bit of brow bleaching with Graftobian paint. I'm just using a spoolie and brushing through the hairs so that it looks like I have white. And then my favorite blush for the neutral looks, because this has to be accent on the eyes. The eyes have to be the most prominent part, the most prominent feature. So I try to tone down everything else. And in this case, NARS in shade Zen is the neutral blush that I really like. It looks like this. This is it on my skin. It's like a bit of peach, but not too much. Perfect. And for the highlighter, I'm using Kaileida's Skywalker. You can see in the reflection that it's also a bit blue, which fits perfectly into the inner corners. That is my opinion on that. For the lips, I used a pencil by Makeup Forever. This is Artist Color Pencil in Endless Cacao. A perfect cool toned brown if you are also cool undertoned. One of my favorite things ever. So that is the Rainbow Sparkle Smoky Eye with the blue in the corner. I think it looks actually very nice. I'm from afar looking a bit like a raccoon, but I don't mind being a raccoon from time to time. And I also added freckles because I think it looks cute. So this look we will have a look at from the phone as well. And next time we will continue. It will be something different. So I think for the Velvet Dream I have 3 ideas, and we have one more to go just to see how it all looks separated and non-separated on the non-black base, basically on the empty lids. And yeah, then I also need to utilize the highlighter, so something mermaidy maybe next. Let's see how it will go. And now the phone footage. Almost like a rocket raccoon, but it looks kind of good. I'm a bit darker on the face than my body right now. I cannot explain that. It's probably the lighting match, I don't know. But it doesn't look bad or anything. And this is the... I'm trying to be closer. Yeah, you don't see the specific color, it's just a mix of all the different colors on the black base. And so far, so good. I'm not doing the wear test in such a case. It will be worn normally, I believe, because I already tested the liner separately. So as a base, it will also be worn more or less normally. I don't expect any fallouts or creasing. But anyway, this is how it looks in normal lighting, in real life. Shiny parts I kind of like. Goes into silver with a silver hair. And yeah, that's so far it. Another day, another look. Today Mr. Sanchez is helping me, and my foundation today is actually Bobbi Brown's Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation. I'm using just the 2 tiny pumps, and this covers the whole face. I'm not a fan of smearing everything everywhere, just a little bit. Hopefully this time it will match. At least in this lighting it looks okay. This part is obviously contoured with a liquid contour. So this time I want to try out how the Miss Velvet Dreams going onto my lids as a pure thing without the base. I mean without the dark base. Because I'm really curious to see how it looks without the black. Sometimes you can really get absolutely completely different color on the white base versus the black base, and it's very good because it's like you have 2 products in one. In this case, I'm gonna smear. I will start like it's supposed to be, swiping on the whole thing and then swiping it on the lid. So this one I want to blend a bit, but you can see, you pretty much can see the rainbow. This is nice. It's a bit in here, so I'm gonna wipe it for the second application and do the same on this. This is extremely pretty. It's like a ray of sunshine hit my eyelids. Now I will do the liner with the same Eclipse paint, and I will be back in a moment. I think this is beautiful, but I missed something in the inner corner, so I'm gonna use the highlighter from the same Velvet Box of Dreams. And I need just a tiny brush or something small like this one, and I'm gonna tap it into the inner corner. It's a bit cold, but I think it will pass. I only did a small wing today. I feel like the older I get, the smaller my wings become, and I'm in my 30s. So this will be the inner corner, and let's use it as an actual highlight too. First need a blush, I guess. Let's use a blush. I really like this one. It's Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm in It Girl, and it's just very nice pink, and I'm tapping the excess on the palm so it's not like too much. Still nice wash of color. And now the highlighter. As a highlighter, I think it's just going to bring things together under the brow a bit as well, so we are tying it up as a theme. That will be the look. I don't think I need anything else. I think it's already looking really cute. From my understanding, Velvet Dreams is actually made out of different products that Karla Cosmetics has, and you can probably find some of these individual pieces, individual colors that you can see here as well, as a separate item, separate product. Also, pressed ones are easier for me personally to work with because I can just dab a brush or finger into it and swipe all over, while with the pigment like this, you need some substance to glue it on. In Karla case, this is Minifix Potion. It's supposed to be clear, but mine is a bit older. I'm waiting for a new one. And you just tap it onto the eyelid and then apply the pigment. And for more foiled application, it's better to use something like glitter glue. So this is the idea of the look. I think it's very cute. I'm really loving it so far, and I will show you it from my phone camera so that you can see a bit more, a bit better how it looks in real life, and yeah, all that stuff. This is my phone footage. As you can see, it looks refreshing in my opinion. Just a bit of blush, and this highlighter has a bit of a cool tone. I think they have something with the pinkish shades as well, but I really like the highlight. And for the eyes, they look pretty much like on camera, so nothing's different. I really enjoy Karla's pigments for that, because you don't really have to catch the multi-chrome specifically. It's just really easy. It's there. So I will probably have a bit of a break with that, and then we will smear it over. And now let's imagine you've had a long day and you don't want to keep the colors intact in terms of the stripes themselves. You want to change it a bit, or you don't want to make it so obvious, whatever is happening in the mind. So now you can basically just take a brush and smear it all over. So it's just one big everything. You can also use your fingers like this so that the colors are not prominent in one position anymore. So you just have like rainbow sparkles all over the lid, and they are mostly golden, which is not bad. Yeah, I find the finger the most effective to deal with any sparkles, and it's totally fine to smear things around. Maybe it will start creasing, I don't know. It's very hard to keep the colors separate if it will start creasing. To me, Karla Cosmetics so far has been pretty good, except I apply it on the very specific base which starts creasing underneath. But the colors themselves, never really had a problem with them. So something like that. And it's just a sparkly eyelid. Nothing crazy. It still looks pretty, but yeah, just this. And I think I want to make one more look using the Krazy cat. That will be probably the final look for this round, but maybe I will get some more ideas later. I just really want to release the video, to be honest. So let's have a look on the macro, and that will be pretty much it. Then the conclusions. Yes, I just removed my eye makeup with a wipe because I'm lazy and I don't want to do again my face makeup. Sorry about that. I want to take a look on the Krazy cat as a separate pigment, so I would like to try the Minifix Potion and that pigment. Have to work quick, so I'm usually taking it upside down to open. Then there is a protection lid, so you are not spilling it all over the place, and I'm just taking a bit into the lid. So from here I will be working. It's small amount, but it lasts for so long, and I have to be quick with that, unfortunately. So I'm taking a fluffy brush. Fluffy brush is easier to use with the fixed potion because it just distributes the stuff a bit more evenly. So I'm dabbing it all over. It's not gonna be anything very special. I want to see the pigment and how it behaves basically on the lid. I will definitely do something else with a Krazy cat in some frame, but for now that's gonna be the whole thing. And then I'm just starting to press the pigment all over, and I think it's insanely beautiful. See where I'm applying it on the fixed potion, it sticks, but if there is not enough fixed potion, it's not gonna stick anywhere. So if you need like a very small amount, so this is the pigment on itself, on the fixed potion. And now let's do some black to see how it looks on the black base, so we can compare. Same story. I have my brushes here, but just like last time, I'm taking a bit, dabbing it by the lash line and spreading it all with the big fluffy brush. Here I want it a bit more precise, but more or less all the same. If you're missing it somewhere, just add a bit and try to blend. Whatever is not needed, just taking out. And in this case, the base is black. I don't need the fixed potion additionally. I can just do the same as I did with the other side. And it sticks, but only for a limited amount of time. And I'm not kidding when I'm saying that the amount I took is more than enough. There is still half of what I actually put into the lid. So I'm just gonna store it like this. First of all, because I can see the name better then. And second of all, because just more convenient to keep it in this little thing. Yeah, so that will be the Krazy cat on black base versus no base or like regular skin. The pigment itself is incredible. I'm so happy to have it, and I want Insomnia now. The next that I will buy. Yeah, let's have a look how it looks from the phone, but it's gonna be the same still, for the sake of it. As I said, it's gonna be beautiful in any light, in any conditions. This pigment is amazing. If you love blue, I think this one is a must-have. As I mentioned, I wanted to do a separate makeup with some frame with this Krazy cat pigment, and I did my face again. It's still Bobbi Brown foundation in the shade Ivory. It fits me more or less. It kind of makes me more neutral rather than cool toned. So I enjoy that. For my frame, I'm going to use something grayish in this direction. This is Kaleidos palette quad in Venus Trap. I still want to make the full review of Kaleidos makeup because it's a separate topic to talk about. So today I want to try to get this stuff on my eyelids and see where it's gonna bring me. I'm taking the shade Diffuse. I'm gonna start with going into the crease. I'm using this fluffy brush because in such a case I can swipe small amount of pigment and not like dip into the big dot, so it's not like gonna stay. Overall, just fluffy brush is for blending, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not picking the shade to stay, I'm just blending. See, it slightly starts to darken the outer edge. Then I'm taking the brush that is a bit more dense. That's gonna be my accentuate. So I'm stamping it onto where the darkest part gonna be and slightly dragging it into the direction of where it needs to go. And then with the previous brush, I'm just blending it into the frame that I'm making. Same on the bottom lid, just slightly. I'm still not sure if that choice is like perfect for this pigment, but we have to deal with what we have to deal with. Here I'm also doing the same. It's whatever is left on this brush. See, it darkens a bit and creates this shape. Technically, because I have dip set eyes, I don't need anything too dark in the front here, but I need to darken this brow bone. That's exactly what I'm doing. Pretty soft. Let me repeat it on the other eye. More or less darkened in the shape I want. Now I'm taking the tiny brush and a bit of concealer. I'm gonna cut here in the front above the crease so I can see it actually, and I'm cutting into this dark shade, and then whatever is left spreading, and I need a brush to just spread the concealer better. And the same story with the other eye. Now I'm taking my Minifix Potion and the same brush which I used for concealer, and I will go exactly by the same places as with concealer, but now with the Fix Potion. It's only tacky for a bit, so you have to work quick if you want it to work. And a bit of my pigment here. This is what I achieved. Let's do some wing and I will finish up the face and it will be the final look. That is the final look. Let's go one by one, top to bottom. On my eyelids near the Crazy Cat pigment, I have Kaleidos Sea Sparkle. I just outlined the line here and the bottom lid with it. The lashes are Foxy Eyes I found on Amazon. They look like this. If you're interested, just search for the Fox Eye. There should be plenty of them, not just one brand, many. They are pretty cheap, which I really like. For the blush, it's MAC Harmony. For the highlighter, I used the same Lagoon Waves. As you can see, here it's blue, which matches the Crazy Cat. And for the lips, I used the Last Smoke by Kaleidos because it's broken. I need to finish it up. But it matches, I think, in my opinion. So that's the look. It's a bit more extra, but this is what I like to create. This is not exactly something that I would wear outside. Something that I would wear outside is previous looks. This is for fun. I just like to draw things. So now let's have a look at all of the items and the pricing for them and what I think about all of that in total. So right now I'm looking at Karla's website and I see that the box itself, Box of Dreams it's called, is not available anymore. I think something may be out of stock, that's why the whole box is not possible to collect, but you can buy the things separately. I'm also showing it right now on the screen. The Velvet Dreams Opal Multichrome Pressed Eyeshadow is €26.95 in euros. I think it's a gorgeous thing and I absolutely love the formula. I love this stuff, so there are no doubts. I got it in the box. Box was €98.95 with a black base. I think it's about €83 without a black base. But I love the black base as well because it's a lot of product. It says it's made in Italy and it's really, really good shadow potion paint. How much product is it? 3 milliliters. 3 milliliters is quite a bunch. Paint it's not like a gel, so you can easier manipulate it. So I like the paint. The paint itself is $24.95. I highly recommend to get it if you like to draw with like a liquid liner, but you also want to have a base for your stuff. You can also use it as a lip paint. It's okay as a multi-purpose product, and I love multi-purpose products. And then the Crazy Cat, I did not take a look actually of how much it costs, but the Crazy Cat pigment is also really beautiful. You can see that it's like ultraviolet something with the sparkles. The least interesting product for me personally is probably the highlighter. I still used it as a separate for my eyelids. It was looking pretty nice. It's kind of refreshing and good for the cool toned or when you do something like mermaid related. So yeah, that's the stuff. I bought it with my money, but I had a discount because recently I was accepted into the Karla's affiliate program and I do have a code which I will leave in the description, but you don't have to use it. If you find Karla Cosmetics somewhere on the other website, for example, for Europe, it's available on Purish and you can get it cheaper there. So yes, I would appreciate if you will support me, but this video, looking through this video is already a huge support for me. And I'm okay with if you're not using my codes or anything. It doesn't matter. The commission for me means nothing. I would appreciate just working with Karla in the future. So far I did not get any package. I'm still waiting for my welcome gift, I guess, for the affiliate program. But yeah, it's your money. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with that. If you find something somewhere cheaper, just go for it. That's what I do. That's how things are working. So 93 would have been a bit of a stretch for me, considering that there is also a tax and shipping, but I got it at a cheaper price, so that was fine. And I'm really happy about the 3 of the products in this. I like the highlighter, but it's like nothing too special, I guess. It's just a nice highlighter. You can see that it's shifting, but all of the pressed pigments are my absolute favorite. And if you take the pigment in this format, in the loose format, then you need something like fix potion or a glitter glue, so you can just attach it onto your lids. Because if you don't use anything sticky, it will just be like magic dust, pixie dust, and not gonna stick anywhere. just so you know. So yeah, I'm really happy with the whole box. I will continue using them. Most likely I will use the pressed multichrome as my lid shades, mixed or not mixed. I just really like the look I created with the swipe, and it's so easy, it's so unique. So I will continue with that for sure. And hopefully this video gave you a bit of an idea how to use things, how to approach things. Maybe there will be something else. I usually post more shorts because it's much quicker to film and to produce. So if you will have a look on my shorts, I will be also really happy. And thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it from the depths of my heart. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!